In this video, we're going to talk about one of the filmmaking stages you should know about, which is pre-production. Welcome back to another video. My name is Luis Garcia and you're watching Wise Mind Films. In today's episode of First Time Filmmakers, we're going to go through the pre-production stage of filmmaking. What I'm going to try to do is actually correlate it to independent filmmaking and YouTube culture as opposed to a big budget Hollywood feature kind of a pre-production process. We could definitely dive into some deep detail on some of the things that I want to talk about, but I'm really going to try to give you just a general overview of what the pre-production process is. So pre-production is essentially everything that you need to do prior to shooting your film. Now, the first step of pre-production really is coming up with an idea. This is the part of the filmmaking process that when you come up with your idea, you're going to generate a story that has a main character. You're going to decide what journey this character is actually going to go on. You're going to decide what genre of film am I trying to make. And you're going to try to come up with conflicts that's going to drive the story forward. This is all part of generating an idea for a film. Now, this step in the filmmaking process is going to require you to step outside the box if you want to stand out. Essentially, this is the rawest form of the filmmaking process because it all starts with the spark of an idea. Now, when you're coming up with ideas, don't consider budget, don't consider cast, don't consider crew, don't consider gear, don't consider any of those things that you normally would do in pre-production. But when you're coming up with an idea, you want to let your ideas flow. You're going to want to basically not limit yourself, even if you do have limitations. Once you let your imagination run wild and you come up with something, then you can actually fine-tune it and work backwards and decide what is doable and what is not doable for me as far as resources. During the pre-production stage is when you actually write a treatment for your film, especially if you're going to look for investors or people to fund your film. If you have no budget, if you're doing this all on your own, if you're actually self-funding your project, then you don't actually have to do this. But if you're like me and you're trying to get into practice and get in the habit of this, then writing a treatment or pitch deck is going to come in handy in the long run. Even if you don't use it for this particular project that you're working on, I think the experience that you gain from doing so is going to make you that much more prepared when you reach that level of your career where you are actually looking for funding. During the pre-production stage, you're going to write your script. So you're going to take the ideas that you already came up with and now you're going to put them in script form. At this point, when you're actually writing your script, is when you're going to want to consider what resources you have access to and build your script around that. For example, write the script based on the gear that you actually own or have access to. Now, you can always rent gear, but that's going to cost money. And if you don't have access or the money to actually rent the gear, then you may, consider reaching out to filmmaker friends of yours in the area who are willing to either let you borrow the camera, work on the project with you, or let you rent the equipment at a super discounted rate. So remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more videos like this. And until next time, consume less and create more.